I'm showing up to tape people up.
Yeah.
But as a man, I'm not gonna tape this woman up, or I'm not gonna put I might have to tape her up, but I'm not gonna assault her.
Right.
I'm not gonna do nothing to the kids because they innocent. But if you the one selling dope, you can get everything that need to happen to you in order for me to take what's yours.
Got you.
Now,
come on.
These little niggas don't give a fuck about if you a woman, if you a kid. They just want to be, it's demon time. That's the thing, demon time. So you got now, even before, like, I used to pray. As a gangster, I prayed. You feel real gangsters believe in God. They know, like, no, this is,
real shit.
I might have did this night and I need to repent.
It was crazy. We did it in front of the justice system on purpose.
Free to God.
Free to God. Man, peace and love. What else they need to do, man?
Man, go watch Boarding House. I fucked up.
No, you good, because I told you.
Is it Boarding House?
Yes, it's Boarding House.
Go watch Boarding House on Tubi. I thought I fucked up.
All my cool friends.
I thought I fucked up.
telling everybody, go watch
Boarding House on Tubi.
And it's the King Team Network. We are here live downtown Cleveland, Ohio. But I got a legend with me. I got Teezy from the Claire in the motherfucking building.
Appreciate you, good brother.
How
Appreciate
you feeling, man?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I'm here.
Man.
Can't complain.
Artist, CEO, brand ambassador,
engineer,
and he beat the system, goddammit.
Boy. I like that. Yeah.
I'm trying to get better at the intros. Come on, we did it. We
Fuck
did it
this
here for a
place.
reason, right?
Man.
So this is the justice system. This is the justice building. If you ain't ever been here, good, right?
Stay out that
Stay out that motherfucker, for real. I've been
For
here for a
real.
couple tickets, but I ain't had to go all the way up there, so thank God. I did this for a reason because you've always spoken about your time in the prisons, but you also speak highly about the people, the individuals, the time you spent, and how it grew you as a man.
Absolutely.
So, take us to that first time sitting down. What was it? Why?
Sitting down?
Not for the long
I was gonna say when I got sat down?
Not the sat down, the county, the little petty shit.
Well, shit, I really ain't, honestly, I ain't had no petty time.
Okay.
That's the beautiful but shitty part about how my story went. You feel me? I was in the streets doing what, you know, street niggas do, robbing, selling dope.
At what age?
Well, I got kicked out the house at 16.
Okay.
And that's when it got serious. That's when I had to do it. But before then, from like maybe 12 up until, it was like the gang banging started. And I wanted to be a gangster, considering I'm from the Claire, you feel me? Back then, that's what was popular, being a gangster, you feel me? So early on, I don't know, it was just a thing. Like, the biggest and the richest niggas was gangsters for real. Like, it was dope boys, but the niggas I looked up to was gangsters, you feel me? They was taking shit from people. They was, you know, men of a certain stature who certain individuals wasn't fucking with, you feel me? Always wanted to be one of them dudes, like a feared dude. And it was probably the short man complex, because I was a little nigga, but I could fight, you feel me? And I was, you feel me? I'm just like, no, I'm from the Claire, I'm dirt.
Now, being from the Claire, because I specifically want to talk about that, being from the Claire.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
It mean a lot, man. The Claire is a staple in the city of Cleveland, man. Whether niggas want to believe it or admit it or not, I don't care if you from up the way, down the way, the project, it don't matter. Like, the Claire is like, we known. And it's for more than just bone, you feel me? We just one of them strips where a lot of people, a lot of rich people come from, a lot of powerful people then came from, you feel me? And it's just one of them places where you got everything, you feel me? Like, you got activist movements going, you got street shit going, you got everything you could think of, and it's a good balance to represent Cleveland, you feel me? That's why I love being from the Claire. I feel like we represent the land well. You got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But the Claire is also like a personal kind of ghetto. Like down the way, you got down the way, but niggas gonna separate. You feel me? You got up the way, they definitely gonna separate. Like, be specific. A lot of St. Clair niggas just be like, no, I'm from the Claire.
Yeah.
Until you ask them, where at? Okay, I'm from 108th. You feel me?
So
but I be on the 105. I grew up in Wasteland. You feel me?
Because the Claire's so long and it literally goes all the way downtown, y'all. If y'all understand St. Clair.
Look, this right. Look, we ain't far
right behind,
from.
literally. But where for the hood? Where does it start, and where does it end?
I would say, let's see, if you go as far as here, if you consider Asian town, Chinatown, the hood, then you could say as early as 30th type shit. You feel me?
Got you.
But as far as the ghettos go, right after 55th, you got the All, you feel me?
Yeah.
All through there, shout out to the All. Then you come into the 88th, the Wasteland, all the 90s. Then you got 105, you feel me? Some niggas identify as clear niggas from the 5, some niggas don't. But shout out to the 5. Then you get to my ghetto, 108th, and you got 117. You feel me? And they keep going all the way up into 185th, I think is probably the last notable ghetto on the clear.
Got you.
If y'all pass 185th and you on the clear, my bad, but you know.
Real shit.
That's from the 8 to the 8 damn near. 185th is the end for me, because I don't know no other strips.
Got you.
I don't.
So for you, understanding the culture you was born into, what did it mean when you started to get respected and even feared in that atmosphere at a young age?
Honestly, it ain't really mean much or nothing. It was just a almost like a coming of age type thing, like a rites of passage. Like this was where I knew I was going.
Got you.
And the people I was coming up under, this is what they come from. So it's just like, I'm just becoming who I'm supposed to be type vibe. And then people who wasn't falling in place, you just not becoming what you were supposed to be.
Got you.
That, in my opinion, that's what it was back then. I'm like, yeah, you ain't built for this. You ain't built for this. You feel me?
And you was standing on that.
And I was. A lot of them dudes, though, half of them still broke and doing nothing, still in the streets, trying to be in the streets. And then the ones who just didn't want the streets, some of them successful, but some of them just didn't have it in general. And that's some things we ignore in the ghetto. We think if you do right, if you do right, you're gonna be successful. If you do wrong, you got nah. It's niggas who do right, who bums, who broke, who still in the hood. They just was scared of the streets.
Yeah.
And it's just like that. You got niggas who did wrong, like me, who doing all right now. But I went through a hell of a journey to get here.
And I want to get into
hell of a journey.
I want to break down the difference between the hood and the streets, because a lot of us come from the hood, but a lot of us aren't from the streets.
Right.
And people from the hood tend to get that misconstrued and blurred.
It's a big difference. It's a big difference because by nature or by design, we was born in the hood.
Right.
So just like you said, you ain't never been down the road, but you for sure from the hood.
Yeah.
You feel me? You might not be a street nigga because you didn't make the decisions to do street shit.
Decisions.
It's all in your decisions.
All in the decision making.
Me, I was the dude, and my sister, she from the hood. She from St. Clair, but she went to college. She did this, now she a teacher, you feel me? She was never out smoking and drinking and chasing, you feel me? Like, she made different decisions, but she stayed in the exact same house I did.
Come on.
You feel me? Until
she
was
street.
On the same street.
In the same
same influences.
With the same influence.
Hearing the same gunshots, you feel me? Like walking the same path to school. So it's really, like you said, it's decisions, man. Decisions, don't get me wrong though, our decisions be shaped by our environment. They be shaped by our experiences.
And as a man, it's a little different.
As a man, it's a lot different.
Now,
I was blessed. As a real man, as a man that accepts his responsibility.
Come on.
Because if you don't know you got responsibility as a man, you just ignorant and you ain't even a man in my eyes. Because you're not going to ever take your place. You're not going to ever stand in the light you're supposed to be in. You're going to steady walk the path of a boy or a street nigga trying to be something, you feel me? And that ain't never going to get you where you're trying to go.
Now, you said it, decisions, right?
Yeah.
So, I feel like this. I feel like there's a bit of us that come from that system, that systematic depression, poverty, that chooses that we're gonna decide our fate. Whether that's, for me specifically, was I was good at sports early, so I'm choosing this. I felt like it chose me, I'm choosing it. And everything was going towards that. Even if I had to distance myself from homies, even if I had to love you from a distance, I had to get to practice.
Right. You
made decisions that had consequences to them later, but in the moment was the decisions you were making for you that felt like you were being true to you.
But see, that goes right back to the point I was making before though. Like, no matter if you're doing right or wrong, you still have to show up in order to get where you're trying to go.
Every time.
You feel me? So yeah, I was doing those wrong things, but those wrong things and me standing on it, like you said, me making the decision and following through.
Yep.
I still got that today.
You still
I'm
get
still
the
capable.
lessons.
I'm just not doing it in the streets. You
Yep.
feel me? Now I'm committing. Now I'm putting my chest out and my chin up, and I'm walking high with my. You feel me? I'm walking strong, going in the right direction.
Boom.
But
I love that.
You gotta be able to put your chest out and put your chin up
in every situation.
wherever you going,
Yep.
or you not gonna get to the goal.
And that to me more as a man.
Exactly.
Than anything.
Exactly. And that ain't the point of this, but I love how you broke that down, and you got to be able to separate
Yes.
the difference, you feel me? Because it's a lot of us come from the hood,
Yes.
make the right decisions, and still don't get where we want to go because
Real
we
shit.
wasn't
didn't show
cut.
up every
We didn't
day.
show up. And it's like if you making the wrong decisions, just like when that courtroom when that
Come on.
justice system gets you,
Come on.
they not looking to see, are you built to do for society or to contribute to society? They just looking at the decisions you made based off of whatever you was going through.
Wow.
But in reality, it's like, you looked at me and said, yeah, you was responsible for a string of robberies. Okay, that just mean I was capable of maneuvering through y'all shit, getting away with it repeatedly,
Yeah.
putting myself at risk to make this amount of money. You feel me? I had a goal and a lot of things. It was a lot of things I was doing. Just like they say, dope boys is businessmen.
Yeah.
It's real because you have to be able to maintain and reinvest in all of that. All profit margins, all of that matter, whether you in the streets or whether you corporate, whether you work in a job, it don't matter. So I think the beauty of going through what I went through is being able to get the skills and the discipline and whatever else it takes to do what I'm doing now, which a lot of people don't get, you feel me? Especially if you're chasing the streets and you stuck in the streets, those little wins will make you think like you good. Make you feel like you straight, you
Like
feel
you
me?
can stay there,
You
bro.
might cop a chain, you might cop a whip,
Yep.
you feel me? A lot of niggas
Got the bad
get what I
bitch
get.
now.
Yeah, I done got an Audi and a Beamer since I've been home.
Wow.
Niggas in the street will be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm hood rich, I'm
Yeah.
famous, I'm
Yeah.
cool. No, hell no. Them motherfuckers cost.
Yep.
And it ain't a good feeling to have to maintain something that I'm not even making the bread to maintain. So with these status symbols, these, you feel me, that we hold on to in the ghetto, being street niggas, being from the hood, should be brainwashing. That should be a facade, a big ass illusion,
Man.
and leave our ass delusional.
Okay, so now we about to get into it. Royal Family, this shit about to get real.
Uh-oh.
So you ended up doing 8 on a 12. 8.5.
8.5. Don't
On the
short me
12.
my
Don't-
mouth,
don't
baby.
short
Come
you.
on now.
A second in
Come
that
on
motherfucker.
now. 8.5 for the 12 though, correct?
Real shit. But you told us earlier that it kind of, you wasn't the petty, you was smart at first. You was getting shit done, making shit move.
I was always smart. Just making.
It just caught up with you.
I was
Shit
just
ca-
making,
Shit
I
catches
was
up
a
with
smart dummy. Yeah.
you. Come on now.
It's a lot of us out there.
When it caught up, where was your mindset when you had to step? Now, it wasn't this one because you told us it was Akron, but
Right.
where was your mindset when you had to go into that courtroom for the first time?
I think, well, let me take it back just a step.
Come on.
Because the courtroom came a decent amount of time after that arrest. And that's where the mind get the, you feel me?
Yeah.
Once you in them cuffs and you in that car and then you in that cell and you realize what them charges is about to be.
So what were the charges?
Shit. My indictment was so thick. Cause they stack up the charges.
Yeah.
But I had aggravated robbery. It was 5 people in the house that we robbed. White dude that was selling heroin and we had some good money. But it was 5 people there when we hit the house. So I got an aggravated robbery for each person.
Damn.
Yeah, that's 5. I got a kidnapping for each person.
Damn.
That's 10 felony ones, you feel me? Then I got an aggravated assault for the 3 people that went to the hospital, I believe. One of them I was responsible for doing something to. A couple of them, just 2 of them I was. I'm gonna be honest, I just thought about it. But 3 people got fucked up, long story short. So that was 3 aggravated assaults. Then you got defacing the firearm, which was a federal offense. Scratching it. We had that. I had weapons under disability. Yeah. It was the list goes on. Oh yeah, and ag burglary as well. Because it was
first major case.
All on my first ever real case that I got indicted all the way through.
Dang.
The cases I had before either ended before or I was still on bond for a while. I was facing that.
Got you.
That's how Kyle Hogan ended up coming to get me. But yeah.
Right, because you had prior situations going on.
I was on bond for a robbery in Cleveland.
Got you.
It was so funny. My little brother Duba, shout out my little bro. I told him when I was locked up, I got locked up for a situation with a dude from our ghetto. I put hands on him because we got into it. I told him he couldn't be in the ghetto. He was in the ghetto beefing with one of my little homies. Rest in peace, JR. JR called me, told me the dude was in the ghetto, got into it with him. He older than me. This my little dude. So I come put hands on him. Long story short, they take his shit. Because I done beat him up. He drunk, they take his stuff. So he go home. His parents file charges.
Really?
Now I got a robbery and assault charge.
Damn.
In Cleveland, you feel me? But I really only assaulted him. I didn't rob him.
Right.
So by the time it caught back up to me, it was really like, you know.
Now,
but I had already had 12 years though.
And now that was just on record, but they hadn't come get you for that.
Yeah, they hadn't came and got me. I went to see the detective shortly after it happened because they knew exactly who I was. His parents gave him my address and all of that. Yeah.
Okay.
So me and my little bro had to go see them people, but it was an open case. We said our side, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it was a fight. Like, that's just that.
Right.
And yeah. But kept it pushing.
Now,
but eventually, after, you feel me? I told my little bro once I got locked up for some other shit, I knew I was being held for that robbery. And I told my little bro not to bomb me out.
Really?
Because I knew I could beat it. And I didn't want to spend the bread. I'm like, I'm cool. As soon as I get a hearing, they gonna see his statement, which actually said I punched him and then they took his shit. So the robbery charge that I got don't stick. I'm not charged with assault. Long story short, when the call came for the lick in Akron, my little brother came and got me. We shoot the Akron. We do what we do. Akron catch us in the act.
In the act.
In the act.
So this is the first time you get caught in the act?
Yeah, the house was under surveillance that we robbed because the dude was a big deal. Exactly.
Got you.
So they knew we was there off top. The problem was one of my co-defendants told.
Whoa. Let's talk about that part of the game, though. Like, before that part of the game, hold on. That part of the game right now ain't even a big deal to these niggas. And that's why I'm so cool on the streets. Right.
Because back then, it was a snitches get stitches motto in the ghetto. At least that was the mantra. But no, I saw big homies from my hood come home who we knew had told on people. And we looking at big homies who out here like, yeah, what's up? Like, he home, what's up? You know how it go. We little niggas trying to get stripes. What's up with dude? Didn't he tell? Like, what's up? Give us the word. No, he cool. 2 weeks later, he flooding the hood.
Oh.
So the snitching thing been fading away for a long time now. Like, the ghetto,
hidden for a while.
It ain't even been hidden. It's just
it's out there now.
Integrity and the street code just gone.
Which is what? To be well defined.
I mean, what it used to be, it's nothing now.
Because you
for me, what it used to be, it was the same thing that any upstanding man would stand by, except it was attached to what you're doing in the streets. So that mean I gotta have integrity about what I'm doing. I gotta have accountability about what I'm doing. That mean no women. That mean no kids. That mean no civilians. Cause why would it be?
Right.
You're not involved in this. You
Right.
feel me?
As a man.
I'm as a
You don't
man,
get
as a
involved in
man, just like we said before, good decisions, bad decisions.
Mhm.
You still got to be able to show up and do
Yeah.
what you need to do.
10,000.
I'm showing up to tape people up,
Yeah.
but as a man, I'm not gonna tape this woman up, or I'm not gonna put I might have to tape her up, but I'm not gonna assault her.
Right.
I'm not gonna do nothing to the kids because they innocent. But if you the one selling dope, you can get everything that need to happen to you
Got
in
you.
order for me to take what's yours.
Got you.
Now,
Come on.
these little niggas don't give a fuck about if you a woman, if you a kid. They just want to be, it's demon time. That's the
Right.
thing, demon time. So you got now, even before, like, I used to pray. As a gangster, I prayed. You feel real gangsters believe in God. They
Yeah.
know, like, no, this is,
Nah, real shit.
I might have did this night and I need to repent because
Yeah.
I don't want this shit. These niggas don't believe in God. These niggas is demons for real.
Wow.
So you got niggas running up on families.
Yeah.
You got kids dying. You got women dying. You got women drilling.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So that wasn't a big thing when you was in the streets?
No. You had select few women who gang banged
Mhm.
and did all the shit we did. It was select. And it was usually the scarred women who came from broken homes, who might have been whatever.
Yeah.
You feel me? And they ended up in the comfort of a group of gangsters
Yeah.
and started doing gangster shit.
Real shit.
Now, the reality is every home, every household in the ghetto was being affected by gangster shit. The parents are lightweight in a position of pouring into the kids the shit that we back in the day was getting pulled away from.
Yeah.
So the music then got such of an effect on us now. Like, you got mamas and daddies playing from kid to be 2 months old and they playing Chief Keef. You got to think how old drill rap is now.
Come on, because it's not that old.
It's getting old.
It's getting older now. Like, there's a whole
It's
generation
getting old. When Chief Keef start?
of real shit.
When was that? Them little niggas that grew up on Chief Keef?
Me?
2012.
Nigga,
Exactly. Exactly. So my point
We
is,
28 now.
you got a lot of, you 28, imagine the 18-year-olds.
Exactly.
That was babies when that shit was
Exactly.
going. And they parents was damn near your age.
Come on.
A little, or my
a
age.
little bit of, yeah.
And they bumping Chief Keef. You feel me? While they baby in the car seat, or while they 5-year-old, and you that's where you get the videos, the little niggas.
Yeah.
You feel me? But these is
Those little
babies
niggas
though.
really turn into
These little niggas turning into demons because they've been programmed to know is demon time.
Yeah.
Whereas when I came up, you had gangster rap, you had gangsters, but you also had it was more of a balance. And it was an understanding that gangster shit is gangster shit. And it's not necessary to get no money. Nowadays, these niggas ain't even think about the money. Now you got scamming and gangster shit. You feel me? Like, we gonna finesse to get some bread, and we gonna kill niggas.
We just gonna do gangster shit just to do it.
And we gonna do gangster shit just to do it.
Not even for no money.
Not even for no money.
And that's where the
For
game really
real.
got
And
fucked
that's where
up.
the game is getting fucked up. And that's why so many individuals, so many young niggas in the streets, and the reality of big homies going away. Like,
Talk about that. Why?
that was a reality when I came up because we didn't respect. One of the turning points for me was when, I'm not gonna put no names on it because I'm gonna have to do something to one of these niggas in my ghetto. But when the said nigga came home from my ghetto and me and my circle wanted to do something to him, and the older dude said, no, he cool, we'll handle him. Then he was flooding the ghetto. It let me know then, like, these niggas ain't what I wanna be, even though I thought they was. Even though I seen you shoot a nigga, you feel me? I seen you rob a nigga, I seen you sell this. I thought y'all was this, but as time go on and I become what I thought y'all was, I'm seeing y'all not that. So whereas, hell yeah, when we was ready to do something to a man and the nigga told us no, and then we saw him kicking it with the man and he flooding the ghetto,
That hurt, Joe.
it hurt because it's like, I don't respect you now.
Right.
And that's where the death of the big homie came from. It's like little niggas seeing the lack of integrity in the big homie, and now we don't respect you. And as soon as I become physically capable, I really don't, because you can't do shit to me. I'll beat your ass. So now I'm gonna tell you a bitch. I'm gonna tell you ain't moving right. I'm gonna take your place. I'm gonna do all of this because you done showed me you ain't built like what I thought you was built like.
Wow.
So it's like we came up on the reality of what the streets was, and we thought was the reality. Let me clarify. We thought this was the reality because the facade was good then. It was fresh. It was dudes doing and saying shit, and we was believing it.
Yeah. Now,
But as time goes on, you start seeing that shit was a lie. But you didn't spend so much time embodying what you thought you were seeing.
You're that now.
Now I'm this. Now it's like, no, I'm
Yeah.
And it ain't even a big deal. Like gunshots didn't scare us, and none of that was a big deal because we done mentally made ourselves. Me and my little brother Duba, shout out to Duba again, we used to wake up. And no, I was already like 16, 17 by this time, maybe even 18. But this how bad it was. We used to wake up and sit on the front porch, smoke, and watch Shotters on a portable DVD player. You know the movie Shotters?
Absolutely.
And every day we would sit and watch that and start our day with the mentality of, we going to take. You feel me?
Damn.
But what's bloody is, you gotta figure what these little niggas doing now and how much worse it is.
Yeah.
They not only waking up, going to sleep, whether they wanted to or not. From birth, they was hearing death and destruction.
Yep.
They was hearing
And it's
gangster
cool.
shit, and it was because they mama and they daddy in the front seat like this.
Yeah. 10,000%.
Even if they're fresh from church, you got people who still discipline themselves because it was tradition to say, I'm gonna go to church or I'm gonna go to the mosque or whatever, you feel me? But after that experience is over, you still cranking the radio and you filling yourself with that evil. And you might not even declare it as that. You don't even know it. You just, this hip hop right now. Like, we killing and we drilling. And it's fun, but it's not though.
It's not.
But it's not.
And why is it not?
The reality of
The
it.
influence.
The reality of it, man. When you get inside, because the drilling be cool, the shooting at niggas, the robbing, even fighting, even if you lose, even if y'all team on the downside, the adrenaline that come from doing street shit, for these little niggas be a rush.
Yeah, every time.
But what they not talking about is what happened when that rush gone, and then the rush belonged to the other side.
Talk about it. So 12 years. You did 8.5. I ain't gonna cut you short on none of it.
No, not at all.
When did you-
when you get locked, when you realize, when I got that indictment, I knew it was over with.
Really?
I
So
knew.
when you seen it, you was like, oh, they knew exactly what I was doing. Or they caught that one.
I just knew it was more to it than them catching us in the house. Because they didn't catch us robbing people. They just caught us in the house. It just so happened these people fucked up and taped up. But we didn't rob them when we still in the house. There's no way we took nothing from them. We still in the house.
Real shit.
We was about to for
burglary,
sure.
I mean, well, it's a
Breaking and entering is about and assault is about the best you can do.
Right.
But when the indictment say this, and this, that's when I knew somebody either said something or y'all knew more, and it was both. At the end of the day, we figured out it was both. You feel me?
Because that goes back to the snitching. So
The snitching
so that
and
was on your
not only the snitching, but how much the police and the feds do that we don't know they do, and how much technology and information they got that we take for granted.
Like,
how many niggas be bitches that be claiming to be street niggas that make the streets impossible to win in. I guarantee you, and hey, all disrespect to every rich dope nigga out there that's still a dope nigga, because you the feds. And I know it, and every real street nigga know it. And y'all know who the ones is in the city. But if you successful in the dope game for years and years and years, them people know who you are.
Right.
And if they really haven't came to got you, it's because one, you ain't doing shit, or two, you working with them. Either you too small of a fish to fry, or you helping them fry the big fish. And that's just that. So once I figured that out, once I got 12 years for doing some simple shit, what I felt like was, I'm taping up a dope boy.
Right.
These is dope boys. They robbers and shooters like I am. We taped them up and was about to take that shit. Y'all still looked at me like the scum of the earth. And then I got in there, and what I saw was, just to fast forward, what I saw was that revolving door. So picture being locked up. Note, I got the Lorraine. Let me just give it to you before we forget it.
Let's do it.
They gave me in Akron. We got locked up.
So you got locked up in Akron.
got locked up in Akron for the robbery. Shit went left. One of my Codys told. They already had us red-handed anyway. It was 4 of us, 5 of them.
Gotcha.
They gave me 12 years, just like that. My brothers got 10 years. I got 12. One of my co-defendants got 8, 8.5, something like that. Because I had the prior.
Gotcha.
And it was.
Want to set it up for
I was the aggressor.
Gotcha. So they was looking at you as the big dog.
They was looking at me like, yeah,
gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Per the victim saying I was the aggressor, per the snitch, and per, you know, my history. Everybody else was kind of clean. I think my brother might have had a small case, but I had a whole robbery.
Yeah.
So, and the MO. We had red bandanas. You feel me? So all of the calls they got from the shit we didn't get caught for, they kind of, the judge was like, this ain't your first time. This was a professional hit type shit. You know what the fuck you doing. So all of the Grayson shit was out the window.
First case.
It was out
After
the window.
They broke that shit down.
It was out the window.
He's been doing it.
But the reality, right, when I got that 12, and by the time it was time for sentencing, the judge was looking at me like somebody that deserved or knew that was probably potentially could change, but it was too late. It was still like, you've done enough. Like you getting some time, some real time. So when they gave me 12, it was serious. It was real serious, because I'm like 12, 20.
Damn.
Yeah, I was
12 years.
I was
October
5th, I turned 20, and then October 15th, we got locked up.
That's what they do though. That's what they do to my cousin. That's what they do.
So,
they wait for your birthdays. They love to do that shit.
But when I got in the county, we in Summit County. It's like we in a foreign place, but we from Cleveland. Shout out to Akron, but they just, you know, they ain't built like us, in my opinion. So I'm in there, I'm cool, and it allowed me to keep that dumbass gangster mentality, because all I'm trying to do is maintain as an outsider.
Right.
I ain't think about my reality for real.
Because you in a whole different city.
I'm in a whole different city.
You can't get to your block. You ain't.
I'm on gangster side, and they separated us because we co-defendants. So yeah. So I don't know what's going on. I'm by myself, yeah.
So you got a strong.
And but eventually, once that indictment came, and I talked to my lawyer, I realized one of us had told. I didn't know who yet.
Wow.
I seen how many charges I had. I talked to some of the niggas who had did time, and it all started to hit me. I'm like, this shit real. This shit real. Like, I got caught doing something that can put me down. And the first time they offered me 26 years.
Did they?
Was my first offer. Yeah, when they came, you know how they offer you time? Yeah, try to get you to take a plea deal. It was like 20-some years.
What did you think?
I was scared. When I first heard it, I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Like, I know niggas did 5 years for robbing somebody. Yeah. How is y'all? And I started to realize what the stacking indictments meant. You feel me? I started to realize how they start to shake you up to get you to. So I quickly, you feel me? All of that training I did in the streets, it applied then. I quickly started to shape up like, okay, they on some bullshit. I just gotta sit tight. Eventually the numbers came down.
Oh, so you just gotta sit tight.
Yeah, it was really one of those situations. It was one of those situations.
Stop panicking out there.
The reality is, whether you panic or not, if you rolling with a crew of niggas, you gotta worry about 5 other niggas panicking.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I'm stand up, but is my brother stand up? Is my other brother stand up? Is my homie? Is the driver stand up?
Right.
You feel me? Because if he just the driver, maybe he just the driver for a reason.
Right.
Maybe he was scared to be the shooter or the actual taper-upper or whatever the fuck position you played. He was probably the driver for a reason. And lo and behold, the driver in our case was scared to death when we went down. Damn. He didn't tell, but he was scared to death. You feel me? He left us.
Really?
Yeah, I don't talk about that often. I'm gonna put it in the song now. Driver left us. He seen the police starting to come. He left
the scene.
Got up out of there, but they had his license plate. That's how they got him like 2 weeks later. He was driving his car. No, I don't, because it's, you know, bitch ass. Now, I don't barely speak on the nigga that told on me. He's still breathing.
Right.
You feel me? Thank God he's still breathing. Right. Shout out to him and his family. He living a different life, I hope. Because the streets ain't for everybody.
Right.
You feel me? Fuck them. But shout out to them. Like, you get out the streets when you need to get out the streets. Some of us don't get out till it's too late. I ain't get out till it was too late. I had to do a whole bunch of time, and I took a whole bunch of L's in between.
So talk about the time now. So
Man.
you ended up doing 8, but you was thinking you was doing a 12.
8.5. I would the whole
8.5.
time. No, I wasn't never preparing to do the whole 12.
Really?
Honestly, in my head, I was always preparing to get out as early as I could. But seeing, like I said, that revolving door, having 12 years, seeing you come in with 4, you do 2 of that 4, you go home, you catch another case, and you come back before I even get to even think about seeing the judge.
Fuck.
I done
Right
seen.
there. Mark, can you grab the banner when you go to the car? It's in the back seat. Thank you. But no, start right there. Go back.
I done seen 2 people specifically come back twice before I went home,
Damn.
which means 3 numbers before I got finished with 1. And that's when the shift started to happen. That's when I started to look at the street shit as some ignorant shit. Because before it was like, I'm thinking about some bread and some gangster shit. Once the gangster shit flushed out of my system in the joint, I'm like, I gotta be able to get bread because the gangster shit really ain't it.